The city is where the lawas sa Maguindanao, a small creek in the heart of the city, and where that powerful sultanate derived its name Maguindanao, and from where we in turn derive the name of the island of Mindanao. To our gallant mujahideen, as we transition from revolution to governance, from war to peace, and from bullets to ballots, we are truly grateful. We are truly grateful for all the sacrifices you have endured, and today we have come at a time when we are at the finishing line of our struggle, inshallah. As we transition from this revolution to governance, our success lies on how we are going to mobilize our people and the other people of the area in supporting us in order to succeed in this next level of our struggle. We know that the challenges ahead for us is much greater than what we have surpassed in the past. It is not an easy job to transform from a revolutionary to governance. We know that many of us have never been in the government, but although we have been in the struggle for more than 40 years. But inshallah, with our persistence, with our continued effort in order to succeed, inshallah, with our people, we will succeed in the next level of our struggle, our jihad. To the local governments, officials who have shown their overwhelming support in the quest for peace and the ratification of the Bangsamoro Organic Law, we offer you our commitment to work with you in a new partnership characterized both by respect and unrelenting drive so that together we can bring development and progress in every corner of this region. To our brothers and sisters in the Christian faith and other non-Moro indigenous peoples, we offer you the hand of peace and of mutual respect. Let us remain true to the teachings of our religion that foster brotherhood, love, respect, and guarantee of religious freedom and the free exercise of the same. Sa ating pong mga minamahal na mga kababayan, ang paganawagan po natin, tayo po ay magkaisa, magsama-sama tayo. Lumabas tayo at bumoto ng yes sa January 21 at sa Pebrero 6, 2019 para mapabilang tayo sa milyon-milyon nating mga kababayan na naghahangad ng kapayapaan at kaunlaran. Ang boto po natin na yes ay boto sa kapayapaan at kinabukasan ng ating mga anak. To our dear President mahal nating Presidente, Brother President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, we cannot thank you enough for the courage and your unwavering support for the implementation of the peace agreement we signed with the government. We notice that you are always on our side at every critical stage of the process to see to it that the will of the people and the desire of every for peace of everyone is made reality. Siguro kung hindi kayo naging presidente, wala pa tayo ngayong BOL, wala pa tayong Bangsamoro government. Lubos kaming nagpapasalamat. Natatandaan ko pa minsan sinabi ninyo sa amin na kung hindi tayo mag-succeed ngayon sa panahon ko, siguro kailangan pang hintayin ninyo yung apo ko na maging presidente para mag-succeed tayo. So, mahal na Pangulo, hindi na natin siguro kailangan hintayin pa yun. Nandito na ngayon, i-deliver na ninyo sa amin yung susi ng kapayapaan, susi ng kaunlaran, at susi ng progreso sa ating bayan at sa lahat ng Bangsamoro at lahat ng mga nakatira rito sa territory. Marami pong salamat, Mr. President. Thank you. In closing, let me appeal. Gusto kong manawagan pa rin sa inyong lahat. Alam namin na meron pa rin mga sektor na hindi pa rin masyadong nagpapakita ng suporta sa BOL. Nananawagan tayo sa kanila na sana bigyan nila ng chance itong BOL dahil minsan lang itong dumating sa atin, siguro hindi na ito darating uli kung hindi natin kukunin ngayon. So, I hope na yung mga hindi pa rin sumusuporta ay makita nila kung gaano kaimportante yung kanilang suporta para sa ating kaunlaran. Ito hindi para sa MILF, ito hindi para sa MNLF, hindi para sa kanino man, kundi para ito sa atin lahat na nandito sa Bangsamoro at saka sa buong Pilipinas. So, marami pong salamat. Inaasahan namin magsama-sama tayo doon sa January 21 at February 6 para lahat tayo buboto ng yes sa BOL. Inshallah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Maraming salamat po, Chairman Alhaj Murad Ibrahim. At para naman sa ating pangalawang tagapagsalita, tawagin natin si MNLF Chairman Yusuf Jikiri.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. Assalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte, President of the Philippines, honorable members of Congress and Senate and the House of Representatives, members of the Cabinet, members of the Armed Forces of the Philippines led by General Madrigal and PNP Chief, Brother Alhaj Murad, Chairman of IMALF and the members of his Central Committee, members of the MNLF Central Committee here with us, members of the Bangsamoro Transition Commission, Governor Mujib Hataman, Regional Governor, government officials, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It is warm, heartwarming to know that the Peace Assembly today on the BOL, like the previous ones organized in other areas of the ERMM last month and early this month, is attended by big number of peace-loving Bangsamoro people representing practically all walks of life. There are, of course, in this gathering, our MNLF and IMALF brothers and sisters, the national and local officials, the intellectual and professional sectors, the ulama, women's, youth group, and the civil society in general. We attend this assembly because we are obliged by law and political necessity to make a historic decision few days from now. This historic decision and choice can be made only by us and our people, the Bangsamoro. The decision we shall make is the ratification and a plebiscite of the Bangsamoro Organic Law is scheduled on January 21, 2019. This new law will have a great impact on the lives and future of the Bangsamoro. It affords them with the opportunity to live in peace, progress, and development. Republic Act number 10054, otherwise known as the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region for Muslim Mindanao. BOL, which was signed into law by our beloved President Rodrigo Duterte on July 26, 2018. This law is supported by Congress and the entire Filipino people and now endorsed to the Bangsamoro people for ratification. All of us registered voters in the Bangsamoro areas should go out on plebiscite day to our respective polling places and cast our yes votes. The BOL or BAM is not an ordinary law. I say this because BOL is the product of the 50 long years of the Bangsamoro people's struggle. A struggle involving great sacrifices of blood, sweat, tears, and great amount of efforts and resources. This struggle is led by MNLF and IMALF. They are the vanguards of the struggle and the Bangsamoro people. The BOL is the convergence or harmonization of all the 4 peace agreements signed by the MNLF and the IMALF with the Philippine government. It may interest us to ask the important question, why the convergence of the 4 peace agreements of the 2 Moro fronts? There was a good and compelling reason why the 4 peace agreements of the MNLF and the IMALF were converged and harmonized under the common mechanism known as the Bangsamoro Basic Law that eventually resulted to the legislation of BOL by Congress last year. Few years ago, the Organization of Islamic Cooperation and its series of resolutions called on the MNLF and the MILF to work together to protect and preserve the gains of the peace agreements. It advised the top fronts to work for a common mechanism through Bangsamoro Coordinating Forum. With this advice, the MNLF and MILF continued the efforts to bridge the difference from the best interests of the Bangsamoro people. Clearly, the BOL is the bitter roadmap of the convergence formula. The Bangsamoro people, as one people, should not miss this rare opportunity to move forward. We should end the narrative of conflict and begin to work for peace, progress, and prosperity. In doing that, the first step is to go out and ratify overwhelmingly the BOL. After all, the BOL is better than the arm in terms of power and resources. The Bangsamoro Transition Authority, which will govern during the transition period, should bring the collective articulation of the Bangsamoro people. It should be inclusive in its approach and must work not for individual or group interests, but general welfare of the Bangsamoro people. Inshallah, the Bangsamoro Organic Law will be ratified overwhelmingly come January 21, 2019 with its ratification. I am confident the Bangsamoro people can now live in peace and prosperity, and with the efforts and seriousness of our beloved President. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Maraming salamat po, Chairman Yusuf Jikiri of MNLF. Upang pangunahan ang panunumpa ng pagsuporta, tawagin natin si OPA Peace Ambassador Binibining Faranas Godsinya.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of God, the Lord of mercy and the giver of mercy, sa ngalan ng Diyos, ang pinakamawain. To His Excellency, our President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, to our esteemed Senator Zubiri, to our Honorable Spokesperson Panelo, to our distinguished secretaries, to the chairpersons of the MILF and the MNLF, and the BTC, to Governor Hataman, to our local officials, and to everyone here, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, o pagbati po ng kapayapaan sa inyong lahat. Ngayon po, sa tulong ng ating Presidente at ng kanyang mga kaakibat, narito na po at hinahandog po sa atin ang Bangsamoro Organic Law. Ngayon po, nasa kamay po natin ang pagkakataon na magsimula muli. Opo, matagal po tayong nalugmok sa kahirapan at kaguluhan. Pero ngayon po ay binibigyan tayo ng pagkakataon na bumangon muli. Para po sa pangkalahatang Bangsamoro, sa aming ginagalang na mga nakakatanda, sa aming mga magulang, ang inyong pagboto po para sa Bangsamoro Organic Law, when you vote yes for this, ito po ay pagboto hindi lamang po para sa inyo, kundi para rin po sa amin, ang inyong mga anak at ang inyong mga apo. Tulungan niyo po kami na magkaroon din ng isang maganda at ang isang mas matatag na Bangsamoro, isang mas matatag na kinabukasan. Para po sa mga kapwa ko Bangsamoro, mga kapwa ko kabataan, to my fellow youth and young professionals, go ahead and claim this right to vote yes to BOL. We don't know when we will have another opportunity to present such kind of change for our region, to realize this type of genuine development, peace, and progress for our region. So vote for peace, vote for unity, and vote yes for the BOL. And with that, we will already start to give our pledge for the Bangsamoro Organic Law. Please stand up and raise your right hand and repeat after me. I concur that the enactment of the Republic Act number 11054
that the enactment of Republic Act number 11054
or the Organic Law for the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao
or the Organic Law for the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao
will give us the opportunity to exercise meaningful governance and genuine autonomy through the establishment of the new Bangsamoro government. I commit to our quest for peace through taking part in an honest, clean, and orderly plebiscite. Which will reflect our collective sovereign will through the ballot. For peace, unity, and progress, I'll vote yes for the Bangsamoro Organic Law. Maraming salamat po. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Binibining Godsinya. Sa puntong ito, malugod po naming inaanyayahan ang kalihim ng Department of National Defense, Secretary Delphine Lorenzana, para ipakilala ang ating panauhing pandangal.
Mga kababayan, ang ating pinakamamahal na Pangulo, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Kindly sit down. My brothers and sisters, salam. God must be good to us. The fact that we have reached this point after so many years of negotiation and interruptions, we are here, inshallah. God is great. Allahu Akbar. Talaga, kung wala si Allah, mahirapan tayo dito. Fact that we were able to go to Congress smoothly with the minimum of objections, and especially those who are not from Mindanao. National Defense Secretary Delphine Lorenzana, Secretary to the Cabinet Carlo Alexei Nograles, Social Welfare and Development Secretary Rolando Joselito Bautista, Interior and Local Government Secretary Eduardo Año, National Security Advisor Hermogenes Esperon Jr., Presidential Spokesperson Salvador Panelo, Presidential Advisor on Peace, Reconciliation, and Unity, Carleto Galvez Jr., yung taong talagang nagbuhos ng pawis niya. And we were in constant touch all those months of fighting and wheeling, dealing in Congress. And there were times when we thought even that it would not maybe approve on time. Not that it will not be approved, but on time. As I have committed to Imay Imanef Murad, sabi ko, we'll try to make it in January or February. But God was there all along. The honorable members of the House of Representatives
Autonomous Region for Muslim Mindanao, Governor Mujib Hataman, Moro Islamic Liberation Front Chairman Al-Hajjaj Murad Ibrahim. That's the second time. Means to say that you're really very important. Dalawa dito, Moro National Liberation Front Chairman Yusuf Jakiri, mga kasama ko sa gobyerno, mga kapatid kong Moro. First of all, though he's not here, but still he's a critical factor in the overall process of not only Mindanao but the Philippines. And I refer to my good friend, whom I respect very much also, Nur Miswari. I hope to talk to him in the coming days as we agreed. Sabi ko, tapusin muna natin to. Hintuin natin yung atin. Then again, we can resume after the Bangsamoro. I would call out to him, extend my hand in friendship and peace, and I hope that we can strike an agreement that will also promote the interest of the MNLF and the rest of the Moro of Mindanao. 3 days from now, the people of the present autonomous region in Muslim Mindanao, Cotabato City, Isabela, and parts of Lanao del Norte and North Cotabato will exercise the right to vote in a plebiscite that will not just address the injustices of the past, but also plot the course towards a brighter and more punishing future for Mindanao. You know, all of these things came about because of subjugation and the colonialization of the rest of the world by the Western power. Kung tayo lang at hindi tayo pumasok dito ng mga banyaga, wala tayong problema. Sa totoo lang. Because we are all Malay. And even if granted there is new religions sprouting up, we would have just easily agreed by the means of our bloodline the way that we solve the problem. I know, you know, that we were not fighting Filipinos then and now. This is a repercussion, actually, of that problem when we were divided as a nation, simply because foreign powers took over Spain for almost 400 years and the Americans for 50 years. I just don't know how to say it. But we did not really die for the sins of people who are not Filipinos by the Malay blood. Hindi naman talaga kailangan sana. But then again, we are left to this problem. And as much as possible, we should limit the bloody fight. For alam natin na hindi talaga natin ito kasalanan. But you know, dumating tayo sa ating generation ganito na. And so we're trying really hard to figure out, craft a law or whatever, amend the Constitution that can provide a fair and just governance for all. Nobody would like to take over lands that is not theirs, his, and we understand that. And we would like you to have the control of your territories before the Spaniards came and before the Americans came. Alam namin yan. Alam ko yan, estudyante rin ako. At alam ko kasi ang Minodo ko. Ayun man ang sinasabi sa akin. Kung di lang sila pumunta dito, wala naman talaga tayong problema. And yet, we are forced to kill now, needlessly, because we want something. And I hope that address to my beloved friend, Normi Suarez, that we can also talk and come up with something that could come to the barest minimum para lang makuha natin yung a peaceful Mindanao. May I guarantee you that there will be the least disturbance or interference kung meron nandiyan workable governance sa inyo. Lands are distributed fairly, justly, resources divided by the Moro who are there in possession of the land. Walang iistorbo sa inyo. At wala naman talaga. The legendary Ligwasan Mars, they say it will provide so many things in life. O di inyo. Wala naman tayo. No one ever attempted really to intrude into that territory. Maybe we can finalize it. Alam mo naman dito, pagka-presidente ko, the highest incidence of hunger. Kaya nuna ko na sana, kay, pa noon, Tagiwalo. Si Judy Tagiwalo, was only taking care of the needs of the NPAs. Pati yung pera pantawid, most of the envelopes that where the money was being placed, nandoon sa mga kampo ng... So, one palpak to another, it's really very hard. Now, you know, you have dealt with the military. Ito, trabahante lang to. No personal agenda. They go out there and work at tapos sundin yung order ng mga political officers ng gobyerno. Kasi ganyan man talaga mag-umpisa. Much as we would like to change anything there, pati yung atin dito, we've been used to it. We are a people governed by elections, and we elect leaders. The leaders must be the choice of the people. I am sure that with that, the fundamentals provided by the law, and hopefully, if we can amend the Constitution, not all, but a few of the economic provisions. And some, well, I do not want to discuss it with you now because yun na ang sunod natin and hindi na ninyo problema yun. Yours would just really be to ask for the law that will further enhance the governance of the Bangsamoro law. So sayang talaga. Baski na sabihin mo, even the ordinary Moro na sa labas, na walang kakilalang politiko, walang kilalang polis, walang kilalang military, walang kilalang leader. Sila ang dapat nga mauna eh. Because they are the helpless sector of society. And I hope that the BOL would focus also on that. That a man, whatever his religion may be, he is entitled to his place under the sun. Maraming mahirap. Hantungautan for generations. Sa kalaki ng Pilipinas, hindi man maubos, no? and with an improved governance, where you are allowed also to enter into agreements, as long as it does not cause a disturbance sa ating financial system, we will allow the local governments to invite investments and get loans to help your people. Ako gusto ko talaga yung maliit mauna. Sila yung gutom eh. The survey shows when I was presidente, when was that? 3 years ago? The highest ang... Alam mo, nagmotor ako minsan. Hindi nila ako kilala yan. Nagmotor ako galing Sudat, papuntang Cotabato City. Tapos, medyo nasira yung isang tambutso. Lumuwang, mahulog. And from out of the blue, naglabasan itong mga kapatid ko na mo. So everybody was afraid. I said, there's no reason to be afraid. I just here to look at something. And maybe if you can spare food. Huwag kayong matakot na suddenly they will just materialize that. Walang trabaho. Walang pagkain. No relief in sight. Kinausap ko. Ano na yun? Wala. Puro wala. Pagkain. Kamuting kahoy. Anak ka na. At this age, umabot na nga sa buwan yung itong mga Westerners. Tapos may mga muro pa na hanggang ngayon kamuting kahoy lang. Di ka natin bentil na land. Kasi kung may land man, but ang land reform ko, pati dito, I don't mind if it's your territory. I will let the land reform to take place. Kayo man ang maghati-hati. But I will be there to help you. Yung abono, yung seedlings, ano. Until such time that the Bangsamoro territory will prosper. Then, by that time, I can really say that we have come to age. That was not part of my written speech. I was just trying to express to you my sentiment. This is why today I proudly join my Moro brothers and sisters as we convene this peace assembly in support of the ratification of the Bangsamoro Organic Law. Your approval of this law will not only serve as an expression of your desire to end more than half a century of armed struggle in the region. It will also serve as a testament to your determination to bring genuine peace and development in Muslim Mindanao through an autonomous government that truly represents and understands the needs of the people. Ano nakampanya ako? I visited Cebu. So nandun ako sa mga statues ng tapos nakita ko yung estatwa ni Magellan, masyadong malaki. Tapos pagtingin ko doon kay Lapu-Lapu, yung sa ano, bakit ang buang na ito? Ito yun dito, nagpunta dito, nagwala, nagkagulo tayo. Ang monumento niya, mas malaki pa doon sa pumatay sa kanya. Yun ang matapang. Yung Moro na si Lapu-Lapu. Ano makita mo yung headband niya, no? Depicted in the picture. Of course, wala namang ano. That's it, tausog. Ano yan? Yan yung headdress ni Miss Ware. Kaya nung when I was a congressman, mayor, I was with a grieving heart. Kasi, andito naman itong mga taga-Luzon, itong mga taga-Bicol, aba po, walang hero na labas sa Luzon. Puro, walang problema. Gregorio del Pilar, Juan, galit rin sila sa mga banyaga. But ang mga napili nila na hero, puro Tagalog, Ilocano. Ilocano, matatapang rin yan. Ang ating warriors dito sa Pilipinas, the Moro warrior, Tausog. Hindi ako believe dyan sa mga... Pero yung mga abusaya, hindi talaga natin ugali. You do not kill an 8-year-old boy because of no ransom paid. Diyan ako, hindi, tsaka na. It would take maybe 1 year for me to talk to them para because I do not simply like the idea of cutting heads of people, innocent people. Pati yung bata na kinidnap na hindi naman. What's the fucking sense of doing? It is not, huwag nila kong gulahin. There is a part of me which is Islam actually. Kaya kung mag-away-away kami ng mga buang na pari, hindi mo na ako Katoliko. Islam man, totoo. Mga simba lang ako dyan. Sa Ateneo, sa San Beda, kami po, karaming muro namin dyan sa... Pinakamaraming muro sa Manila Aral San Beda. Pinakamarami. Ilocano pati muro. Ang San Beda. Pero sana makausap natin and I'd like to thank also, well, in a way, si Sator, pati si there's a way of a difference in our views, but the fact that they would listen, and Bobby Di Maporo, gusto ko ang pumunta magpasalamat lang. Just for being there to listen. Okay na yun. Tapos we can talk. Maybe get another system where it can really work. Yun lang ang gusto ko. Baka itong komunista pakapin na ito. But I will never talk with the abusaya. Hindi talaga ako. Kailanman, terorista. Itong mga komunista, papuntahin ko lang sila doon. Sabi ko, doon lang kayo sa Bangsamoro. Doon na kayo mag-istambay kayo. Bigyan kayo lupa ni mura doon. Dito, galit ako sa inyo, magago kayo. As the centerpiece legislation of my administration, the BOL has been the product of a long and rigorous process that involved meaningful and exhaustive consultations by one another and for all of us here. We listen to the indispensable sentiments and concerns of Muslim Christians, Lumans, and other indigenous peoples and various stakeholders who also call Mindanao their home. And rightly so. Saan man tayo papunta? Saan mo ako pauwiin? Hindi naman ako Cebuano talaga. Tatay ko nagpunta dito sa Mindanao. This landmark law was not built entirely from scratch. It echoes the aspirations and principles embodied in the past peace agreements with different Moro fronts. Indeed, it is a product of the blood, sweat, and tears of many great men who came before us. I'd like to remind you of the 1972 campaign. It was bloody. And what was really lacking there was just a plain and simple, constructive conversation. Sayang yung panahon na. I was a prosecutor then. Makikita ko yung both sides. Pwede yung bakbakan dyan sa PC Hill. Talagang walang kwenta-kwentang away. This just can be resolved by just talking. You know, just to raise the spirit, the soul of a Moro. Pagka-presidente ko, di nagyaw-yaw ako. Sabi ko, lahat ng hero inyo. Ngayon, presidente na ako, amin na naman. So unang ginawa ko, the order of Lapu-Lapu. Lahat na sundalo, kay Mahuluhano, kay Tausog, kay Maranao, kay yung taga Davao, pati yung lahat. Mga sundalo ko na may tama, medal yan. Ako ang nagbibigay ng sarili kong medal. Aside from the government, yung sa military. Mayroon sila mga valor, yung talagang extreme courage. Marami rin yan sa MI pati MN. Wala lang panahon magseremonya kasi sige man takbo. Wala ba silang kampong mauwian? Magagong ka pa doon celebrate. Kasi kung hindi, isali ko sila. Baski na tamatamaan na yan dito matusok ng bala. Kayo matagal na sa away. Matamaan ka lang ng tamtak, anak ng witing. Aray-aray ka na dyan. Yan pambala. Wala sa akin. I'm telling you, hindi lahat na sabihin mo Kristiyano. Marami ring mga Moro nandyan sa armed forces. And I simply love them. And I really care for them. Nagpunta ako doon sa Hulo, sa ospital, sa autista. Mayroon doon sugatan. Tapos, ang una kong tinatanong, kasi pamilya Kasi kung mabiyuda, ilan ang problema natin maiwan? Because it does not end in the death of a soldier or policeman or a warrior of the MI or MN. Hindi natatapos yan dyan. The next round dyan is paano mo na buhayin ang mga bata, pakainin, education, and all. Alam mo, sinasabi ko ngayon dito sa inyo, the first thing that I would maybe invest na malaki is eskwelahan. Unless, hindi ninyo itutulak yan technical, we have to go to Egypt or Malaysia. Ako nag-i-sponsor ako ng engineers doon sana sa Egypt. They have great schools there, mga engineer. Problem is, it is visited with violence from time to time. So I decided on Malaysia. O dapat sa inyo, ang una talaga, huwag na yan masyado yung batas kasi magkaiba ang Sharia law. Maybe in the next few years, you will call for a talagang Sharia law ang gusto ninyo. Okay man na sa atin yan. It's a freedom of religion. As long as there is that tolerance for each other's religion. Walang problem. If you are not under the jurisdiction of the Sharia, then you go to the civil courts. That's really no problem. I am proud to say that the BOL has undergone comprehensive analysis and thorough review to ensure that once implemented, it will lead to better governance, inclusive political empowerment, and enhanced systems of transparency and accountability. To my dear Bangsamoro brothers and sisters, as you exercise your sacred right to vote, this plebiscite, I remind you that the power to chart the course of your future is now solely in your hands. Exercise this right with utmost care because the future of succeeding generations depend on it. By the way, before I forget, ano kasi nasingit dito, okay lang. Sir, Senator Mig Subirio was not mentioned a while ago during your greeting. Wala, sinabi ko yung hero dito. Blood, sweat, and tears ka, no? Tayo nga, nagtatawagan. But it was being passed. Hindi lang kasi kami mayabang. Sa totoo, ako ang isang tao na I do not want adulation. Ayaw ko. Ayaw nga yung Boracay was supposed to open on that day. Kita ko doon, salamat, Presidente Duterte. Sabi ko sa police military, tanggalin yan. Hindi ako pumunta. Kasi para sa akin, bayad na ako. So I do not need the clapping of the hands. I've been mayor for 23 years, congressman for 1 term, vice mayor, the Inday 1 term. Nagmumotor ba si Inday dito? Walang ginawa yun, magmotor. Alam mo, Senator Subere, ako na mismo, paliitan ko yung tangina yung si Magella na yun. Medyo gawaan kita ng taas-taas. Pero kulayan kita ng medyo maitim, pati yung ilong mo, babaan ko. Kasali ka sa invading forces. Mga katsila. Biro. I am very hopeful that the ratification of the BOL Mindanao can finally enjoy lasting peace and inclusive growth that will benefit the entire Philippines, not only you. It will mark a new chapter in our history of the nation. One that every person is treated with respect regardless of the one's ethnicity, gender, religion, or ideological leaning. I am therefore issuing this call to my fellow Moro. Let us use the plebiscite as a peaceful means to finally correct the historical injustice committed against the Bangsamoro people, or the Moro people of Mindanao. Let us forget the bitterness of the past and look forward to the future. Which means, ladies and gentlemen, mga mahal kong mga Moro brother or sister, magboto kayo ng yes. Pag hindi na mapunta dito, kailanman. Doon lang ako sa Lanao. Sige man ako sa Lanao. Together, let us take this opportunity to begin the process of healing, reconciliation, so that one day we can embrace each other as really brother and sister Filipino with a view of intolerance in all, understanding, and take the new world on its totality. Anong maraming patayan every day. So we must insist violence. We must insist against violence. No, araw-araw na ito, it could be baski saan. Ang masakit, it's all in the areas of Arabs who are Muslims. Na alam naman natin na sino nag-umpisa ng gulo dyan. Started noon pa yan, hindi kinikitoy nila si Gaddafi pati si Saddam. And they killed Saddam, they killed Gaddafi. That's a problem. So we must stand together. May mga diferensya ito. Ayusin natin, but we must stand together against violence, against ISIS. Because they do not know anything except to kill. Oh, how are we supposed to survive as a nation kung if you treat your other fellow human beings as infidel? That's a very stupid proposition. I know that. Yan hindi sinasabi ng mga tiyuhin ko, pati Lola. It was never a proposition in a way. It's so silly. So I hope that we can understand each other. I will use a little bit of this and a little bit of this, just as to tell you that we are all for peace. That nobody but nobody should steal your resources and allow you to remain poor forever. That cannot happen. It will not happen, at least under. Thank you.
Maraming salamat po, mahal na Pangulo. May we request the President to grant a photo opportunity in 3 batches?